Hi, Instagram. And yes, we are on. Hello, everybody. It is Monday, and we are having our spiritual talk. So, Friday, I could not get time to, I couldn't log on because I've been having power problems. Like, yeah, even now I'm late because there was another power problem. So yeah, but I hope this is the last one because yay, I don't need this. So I hope you had a lovely weekend. I hope you had a lovely Monday. At least now, because I'm doing these things, I know the days of the week. Like I used to never know the days of the week, so now I do. Thank you, Jesus, for this. So I hope you have invited somebody who needs to hear something about this topic today. We're talking about closure. I'll tell you so many stories I've heard today about closure. Somebody was saying the only thing that has a closure is a wig. And somebody said they went to do closure, they've not been back yet. so apparently this closure thing is a big deal. So why am I even talking about it is because I see it every day on healing sessions with clients that come through, and somebody is going through the most. And they keep saying, you know what, see, I think I need closure. And guess what? If they go for that, I need closure, and they go look for closure, they never come back from looking for closure. When the next time they come back to me, they are crying about what this person has done to them again. And the story just never, we're doing cleansing this person, we're cleansing this person, and then this person goes back looking for closure apparently, and never comes out of the closure alive. So yeah, please make sure that you invite somebody to this conversation. It's our spiritual Mondays, so we're talking about things that troubles us in the spiritual realm, and this thing of closure, I'm gonna explain to you how it troubles us in the spiritual realm. But most of all, the most important thing is how to actually give yourself closure. Because if somebody says they need closure from you, it's a scam. If they say you must give them closure, it's a scam. So let us learn how to give ourselves closure, because closure is quite important. It's the most important thing under the sun in terms of a job, a business, a relationship, a whatever. You need closure everywhere. Even just leaving an old house and moving to a new one. Even before you go and put a request to buy a new house, you need to make closure with the previous house. So closure is so critical. But the other closure that people are doing, the one of going and giving other people closure, that one is wrong. That one is a scam. We're going to talk about that one, how wrong that one is. So make sure that you have clicked on the subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe. If you're on Instagram, make sure that you've clicked on follow. And if you're on Facebook, make sure you've clicked on like, and then click on the share button. Everybody needs to click on the share button, because that is you doing the work of the Lord, getting another child some peace of mind, because this closure thing is going to bring a lot of peace of mind. So do the work of the Lord. Click on the share button, and click on the like button, and all these other buttons that you need to click on. Then we are beginning. So I can see my Instagram. Great. Hi, Instagram peeps. Don't worry, I'm going to be looking down just because the other screen is here. Sorry about that, but I'm here with you. Don't worry. Please make sure that you ask questions whenever you feel like you need to ask something. I am going to be replying to those. I can see very clearly those questions. So, and then everybody here on Instagram, on Facebook and YouTube, I can see your comments. Good evening. Sipogazi, Agnes, Sija, Malebu, Lindy, Sharon. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. So let us begin now. This closure thing. Most of the time, the reason why, now I'm going to talk first in relationships, because apparently this thing happens a lot there, but I would not have loved to talk about relationships because I'm just not good at that stuff of relationships. But apparently, a lot of time, my guys wants me to talk about relationships. I don't understand why I should be talking about relationships, but then it happens a lot. So I'm going to start there even tonight. And I'm going to talk about business, and I'm going to talk about work, and I'm going to talk about houses and cars and all this stuff, closure of all those things. But apparently, I should start at relationships because I don't know why. I wish I knew why. So apparently, I've never asked anybody for closure. So I need you guys to tell me first, why do you guys need closure? But I've asked for closure in a whole lot of other stuff, but definitely not relationships. So, but I get the whole thing, because I mean, it's closure everywhere. It's closure in a business, it's closure in a job, specifically in material stuff that you want to upgrade. It's definitely good closure. Moments are needed, like nicely needed, perfectly set up. Closure will help you manifest something very quickly. Okay, so, and I guess in the relationship space, the same thing, right? Okay, so apparently people ask for closure because they want to move on, because maybe the relationship has shown them that it's not good for them anymore. So normally people that come to me in session, they'll be like, he cheated, she cheated. I mean, guys come through and cry like also. So it's not like, it's not corruption. Everybody cries. So he cheated, she cheated, and then now I want closure, as in like I want to go there, ask him why did he cheat, so that I can dump him. Okay, so, oh my goodness, I need to. Oh, this is so not correct. Sorry, guys. Yeah, this must be the topic. So, now, she or he wants to go there and say, let us have closure. And the closure is supposed to be like, why did you cheat on me? What is wrong with me? What did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? So apparently this closure meeting is about that. And if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comment section. If the relationship closure, right now we're talking about the relationship closure, I am going to tell you about all the other closures I know about. So in this one, this is all I hear from my clients when we're dealing with this closure thing. That's what they normally say. I was going there to ask, why did you do this to me? And then I wanted them to dump him or her after I know why they did this to me. Oh, wow, really? So if you really wanted to dump them, why didn't you just dump them? No, see, I wanted closure. Apparently, closure makes your pain go away. It's I don't know, like it sounds like that, because it's like I'm asking for the closure. The closure is supposed to take the pain away so that I can leave this person without the pain or something like that. Okay. And then normally when they get there, the person is like, oh no, the reason why I cheated is because I don't know why I cheated, and then I'm sorry, I'll never cheat again. And then this person that was asking for closure is like, okay, if you say so, then I don't need closure anymore. I want the relationship. So guys, let me know if this is how it happens. Because that's the story that I have gotten so many times, that it happens like that. And then immediately, almost like 3 months later, the same thing happens, and then they are like, oh my god, he did it again. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna go and look for another closure. And then the person is there looking I mean, there's a lady who told me after like close to, well, lockdown is not done, but you know that huge lockdown that was traumatic to all of us is over now. We are having the other lockdown that nobody knows about, but the president, apparently he's the only one on lockdown. We not, apparently. Like, that's how it's happening right now. So this lady said this guy, he didn't have a job. They were staying together. And then one day the guy found a job and he left her. And then during lockdown, the guy lost the job, and then she was looking for closure. He came back. She just was looking for closure, but he came back, and then they continued wherever they finished. And then when lockdown was finished, the guy got a job again and he left, and now she's looking for closure. I'm not laughing. She's still looking for closure. So he came to me for a session because I was like, thank you, Jesus. She finally came to me to look for closure. So if anybody in your life is asking you for closure, tell them your closure, they will find it with me. You should tell them, go to Busi Selesho to get my closure. If you want a closure from me, go to Busi Selesho. She has the closure. I left it with her. Because wow, you guys. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that's the story. So I need you guys to tell me. I think if I got it right, that's how it works in the relationship space. So the thing about, okay, so let's talk about it in working space. You looking for a new job, a new challenge, a new salary, a new beginning, a better job, a better position. You want to have closure with that job. Now, closure means this. You thank the experience and the opportunity that came to, because there was one day where this job was perfect for you. Now I'm talking about something I know. So I'm not talking about the other closure that I don't know. So you want to thank the job because there was a time where this was the perfect job for you in the world. This was the best thing that has ever happened to you. And you were excited and you were thanking God. I mean, you had prayed for this, then it happened and then you thanked God. But then that day when you find out that this is no longer the thing, it's the day where you get the closure, where you need to say, oh, I've been in this job for 5 years. And then today I'm just noticing that this is no longer a place for me. You haven't found a new job. You haven't applied for a new job. You need to do the closure at that point to say, oh, wow, the past 5 years was amazing. And from today onwards, I have noticed that this is no longer where I'm supposed to be. And for a long time, for whatever years, for however long, it was a good thing for me to be here. But now today, it is no longer a good thing. So I'm going to thank this job, this business, and I'm going to say I am now ready for the new one. So that is the closure you want to have. So I mean, I'm gonna share with you a process of cutting cords. And that is the process you need to do at that point. It's a whole process where you detach yourself now from this job. And you are saying, now I am opening myself up for a new one. And then that is when you do the manifestation work. Hence, I said, if you do a closure, you're going to get nice results when you're doing your manifestation work. Now, I want a job where it's closer to home, where the boss is like this, where I earn this much. And then you start to project to the new job. But we have done the closure with this job. And I don't mean, people think closure is the resignation letter. No, you do it there. You know what? You've messed up stuff. So you do the closure way before you even start to go and look for the new one. And then what you will notice is that if you've done the closure correctly, you have detached yourself, you've cut the cord with the current job, you will notice that the new job is going to show up at your door quickly, because guess what? In the spiritual realm, you no longer have a job. In the spiritual realm, you are available now. And then the job comes, and then you then write the resignation letter, and then you are ready to go. But normally what it has happened is that when you cut the cords, if this job was not treating you well, you notice that you start healing from those things. Maybe you had a boss that was crazy. You start healing from that. Maybe you had maybe there were things, the money wasn't enough. You start healing from that. You stop feeling sorry for yourself for that. You start feeling like you've been robbed. You start feeling like this is not working for you. You start understanding that this was a lesson for you. This is what you needed to go through so that you can get to a better job, so that you can get to a better level. Okay, so we're talking about a job. So we're talking about work stuff, job, business, all this. You want to, maybe there's a client you need to detach with because they don't pay you enough, they traumatize you the whole entire time. You need then to do that before you even cancel the client. You detach it with this one and you say, now I want clients like this. I want clients that will take my pricing serious. I want clients. Okay, so at that level, I'm talking about something I know that I've done so many times. I understand this. The other closure that I was talking about, the first, I'm still waiting for you guys to tell me if I got it right, that one. So now let's talk about material stuff. Like a house, like a car, like what else? Well, the boyfriend is definitely not material stuff, so we can't add that there. Like I said, I have no idea how you guys do the boyfriend thing, closure stuff. Like that sounds like the one that's like I said, I have no idea where that happens. So let's talk about the one for material things like a car, a house, etc. So now I've done this again so many times. Like I remember when I bought my amazing car, the one I have right now, I had to do a pure amazing session of closure with the car that I had before that. And I noticed it because I said I wanted a car because this one is old. I don't like it anymore. It's too big. It reminds me when I had small kids and they were all just crying in that car and da, 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 da. And that is why I was saying I want the new one. That was wrong. You do not want a new car because you hate the one you have. You have to do a whole closure moment where you decide that, oh, there was a time when this car was serving me, my kids were fitting everything, like everything was happening in that car. Like, I mean, now I have a 2-seater because I don't want no children in my car. You know what? I gave myself that break. So I had to go back to the moment when that car was perfect because my kids were small and everything was just like everything there. It feels like the house was in the car. You know, everything was happening there. And it was good and it was comfortable and it was safe. I mean, I've always been told that Volvo is safe, and I actually proved it several times that it is safe actually. So there was a time when I needed to go back to that moment and thank that moment and then say, now that I'm ready for the new level, I'm ready for the new thing. Now I want a car like this, like this, like this, like this. And I had to do that whole entire process before I even have gone to look and just walk window shopping for a car. I had to do that process. And guess what? The moment I'd done that process and that process had landed in my spirit, immediately the car showed up and it was literally a gift from heaven. Till today, I'm like, what happened? The same thing with the house. Same thing, I did that with the house. So what I'm saying to you is that sometimes you're trying to manifest things when you do not have space for them. So if you're trying to manifest a new job, when you have a previous job that you are still holding on to, that you're still thinking you're gonna die if you do not have it because it's your security, you're gonna die, da, da, da. You're not gonna get a new job, you're not gonna get a new salary, you're not gonna get a what is this, a promotion or a better whatever opportunity because you're holding on to this one. You don't have space. You can't say you want new couches in your lounge when your lounge is full of the old couches. You need to take the old couches out and then bring in the new couches. You can't have old couches and new couches in the same dining room, in the same lounge. It doesn't work like that. The new couches are never going to show. I mean, where would they stay? First, where would they be? They need space. They need space. So the closure moment is you cutting the cords with what is there and saying, I want what is new. So if you do not cut the cords with that boyfriend and then you don't do the proper closure, the one I'm going to teach you, not the one that you've been doing, you're not going to find a new one. Spiritually, you still have that boyfriend. And none new one is coming. If you do get a new one, you're going to get the same type. The same perfect type like the one you had because you've never detached yourself from this energy. Now, the most dangerous thing in terms of the boyfriend space, which I do say I don't want to talk about this stuff, but I have to talk about it because relationships are more spiritual than anything else. There's cords are stronger there because there's love and there's hate and there's all this stuff. So in terms of the relationship, now, the moment, most of the time, like I said, most of my clients come through and say, I'm dumping him because he cheated on me. If he didn't cheat on me, I wouldn't be dumping him, which is wrong again. You don't dump a person because they cheated on you. No, you don't. You dump a person because you are done with this season in your life. It might end, the cheating might end the season, but you don't dump them because they've cheated. And one day I will explain this more, and I feel like today is not the day of the reasons, 50 reasons why you don't dump your boyfriend or your husband. I think we definitely will talk about that some other spiritual day. I don't think I should be talking about these things really. I don't feel like I should be talking about these things. Okay, so let's talk about this now. If this person has cheated on you, the thing is this: The moment you are intimate with this person, you are now one. It doesn't matter if you're married or not. You are one with this person. Now, if the person adds number 2, then you are 3. If this person adds number 4, then you are 5. How many are you? You are 4. And then, just in case number 3 and number 4 have also number 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, then now there's 20 of you in this relationship. Now, at that point, if there's 20 of you in this relationship, all the 19 people's energies affects you. You like it or not, you want to believe it or not, you have 19 people's energies that affects you. Now you better make sure that you get into the right group of 20 people with money, people with high vibration, and people with like that thinks better, that don't have depression and stuff. Then you are safe, because at least there's 20 people who are actually good vibration to you. Then it's fine. Then you do not have a problem. You better not go out of that 20. You are in safe space. But just because life is a mess most of the time, you find yourself with 19 crazy people that are affecting your energy. And then guess what? You might have had a good job all your life. All of a sudden, your boss starts to treat you bad. You might have a good money thing all your life. All of a sudden, you start being debt. You might have had a good friendships. All of a sudden, your friends are messy, and you find yourself in all sorts of. You might have like never had a tire pump, but then one of your 19 people is also having that energy where everything falls apart in their lives. Now your life is falling apart because you're in the wrong group of 20 people. So unless you find yourself in a nice group of 20 people, then you should stay. Like, I mean, it's fine. I mean, let's connect. Let's mingle. All of us, it's fine. But you must be sure who you are mingling with. And I mean, almost most of the time, you can't know who you're mingling with. So most of the people that keep saying, I want closure to end the relationship, they are ending it for the wrong reasons. You have to really know that when you are ending the relationship, you are not ending the relationship because the person has done you something, but you get to that place where you say, just like at a job, this relationship has taught me 1, 2, 3. This relationship has taught me that I can be in a group with wrong people. This relationship has taught me 1, 2, 3 that I'm now gladly knowing about it, and I'm happy that I've learned this lesson, and now I'm releasing this relationship. It doesn't matter if the person changes and stop cheating. I am releasing this person, this relationship. Then you wouldn't need to go to this person's house and knock at the door and be like, I'm here for closure. Tell me why you cheated on me. Because you're not dumping them for cheating on you. You're dumping them because you don't like the group, and you also just have had the lesson and you are thankful. So you don't need to go to them. You sit at your home, you cut the cords, and then you don't even have to dump them. When you cut the cords, you don't actually have to dump the people. And cutting the cords also helps with the pain. The greater the cords you've cut, the lesser the pain. Now, people think that if you're going to their door and knocking at their door and they tell you why they dumped you, you're going to feel less pain. It's not going to happen. I don't think so. Like I said, it never happened to me, but I can calculate. I can do the calculation. It's not going to help. So you do not want to be leaving them for the wrong reasons, because that's why it keeps you going back. So you want to do a whole closure. So the closure, what it helps you with is that it helps you level up, because you don't want to find another same person in front of the next relationship. Then you want the closure to say, okay, fine. Now I've understood that people that are like this, they are no longer in my circle. I don't want to be in their circle because 1, 2, 3. They don't take love serious. They don't love themselves. They can't love me like I need to be loved. They can't respect me. They can't do da. And I got the lesson. Now I'm going to go and love myself. I'm going to go and respect myself so that I can get people who can respect me and love me and take me serious, because I take myself serious. So you need to do that. And then you will notice that one of the things that normally happens when you've cut your cords right, things that were in the dark, they just come out. They are revealed to you. And things that will just be like, oh my God, I'm never touching this again. Like you just don't even feel angry or pain. You just like walk away nicely and you're like, oh my God. You just nicely walk away. You never go and knock on that person's door and ask for closure because you have given yourself the closure. Number two, like I said, you're not gonna get the next person. You're gonna actually level up. You want to level up. Every time you leave a relationship, you want to get a better person. You don't want to go back or stay the same. What's the whole point of leaving the relationship? You might as well stay with us. I mean, all humans are the same, I think. If you're leveling up, definitely people are not the same. If you're staying the same, what's the point of changing the person because you're gonna stay the same? What's the point? Just like better the devil you don't know is the devil. Leave it alone. So that is why you need to make sure that you understand the reason of leaving this person, and you can do the closure and you can cut the cord, and then done. When they ask you, can I have closure? You tell them, Busi Selesho has said I should send you to her. She has my closure. I can sign surety to every one of you here and make sure that I deal with those things because it is critical that you leave when you know it's time to leave. And if you feel like, no, actually I'm still happy with playing around with this stuff and I don't mind this group of people. I mean, this is a right click, and you don't have to leave. So, I mean, what's even the whole point of asking for a closure if you're not leaving? You see, so you're going there, you're knocking at the door, you say, I'm here for closure, and then he says, I'm not gonna cheat again, and then you stay. Duh. Okay, so before we talk about what to do, let me read the comments. So while I'm reading the comments, you guys need to subscribe. While I'm reading the comments, you guys need to share the video. So I am going to read the comments. I'm going to start with Facebook today. Tuli says, yay, I got the live. Thank you, Tuli, for joining us. Where's my mouse? Why is it still not moving? I'm going to look for my mouse there. Okay. So, hey, Lewu. My friend Lewu is here today. Sipogas says, closure is serious. Faith says, I left the closure with Boost. Yeah, tell them, guys. Tell them they should come look for the closure. Hey, I'll give them the closure. I'll give them in your behalf. You know what? I'm ready to that session I needed. Somebody says just what I needed. Hey, Intabi says, I'm here for closure. Hello, everyone. That is a nice one, Tabi. Tari says, wow, you're talking to me. This was on my mind today. Wow. Busi, thank you, Tari, for joining us. And Nontlakanipo says closure is a scam. You know what? Tell you. Hey, boss mom. She says, the tackle says it all. Yes, it says today is the day. We need to talk about it. Yeah, totally. Tuli says, can cutting the cord strengthen the relationship instead of ending it? Thank you, Wena Kaylee. So before we go on, let me answer to this question. So, Tuli. Now, Tuli, you know what? Now, cutting cords is good for everything. So the only cord that you don't want to really cut, you want to repair, is a cord with your blood humans, like your children, like your mother, like your father, or whoever that is blood. You know, like you can't get a new mom even if you wish. You can't get a new child even if you wish. They are yours. So you repair them. That's where we use the word repair the cord, because you can't really cut it. But there are instances where you have to cut it even if it's like that close, but depending on what's going on. But normally you repair it. Everything else to do, you cut the cord. And you know what? If the relationship needed to stand, it will be better, it will be stronger, it will be cleaner after the cord has been cut. So now, this happened literally in December. There was a lady who came. I remember the whole point I remember this is because it was towards Christmas and I was like ready to like close. I was tired. I was exhausted. And this lady was begging me. She was literally begging me. She's like, Busi, if you don't take if you don't give me a session, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die before Christmas. And I thought, phew, now I can't have a nice Christmas knowing that this lady has literally promised me that she's gonna die if I don't give her a session during like close to December. It was close. It was like maybe 23 December. I was like, no man, why am I doing this? And she's like, no, because I'm gonna die. Literally, seriously, I'm not gonna be able to survive this. And then this lady said to me, so Busi, you know what? You know the thing of cutting the cord. I'm scared of cutting the cord. I don't wanna cut the cord. What if this guy then he doesn't come back to me? I'm like, but this guy makes you cry every day. He's like, yeah. I'm like, so, and cutting the cords will help. She's like, yeah, but that would end the relationship, which I don't want to. So then we get into why, they are fighting. So apparently she checks his phone, she checks where he is, she checks the Google map, and she checks everything. I mean, she's literally toxic, 100% toxic. And I'm like, oh my goodness, the guy needs to cut cords from you, because wow. Jesus Christ, what is this? What kind of a human being are you? so that was the final time where she finally got that she was the toxic one. And then she did cut the cords, and the relationship, actually, this was her husband. And the relationship became so much better. But for her, her guys told her she's toxic. I mean, she is toxic. I mean, like, who wants to be monitored like that? Like, she was monitoring the guy like, Jesus Christ, he's my husband. I deserve to know. Like, why? Why? Oh my goodness. That guy was in trouble. So sometimes, if you're a guy, you are here, allow your woman to come for a session, because the guys might just tell her. She was shocked that her own guys told her she was toxic. And I mean, I have to say these things. I mean, you're paying me, right? You're paying me to tell you what's going on. Then I'll tell you when your guys say your guys say you are toxic. I tell you are toxic. You know what? She actually listened and she did something about it. And she went and cut the cord. And the funny thing, the cord was that she was actually just looking for a father in the sky, and she was like, that was the cord actually she needed to cut. That's the good thing about cutting the cord, because you actually find out what is it exactly. She cut it, the cord, the marriage now is fine. She stopped acting weird. Okay, so truly, please, I am not saying you should cut cords so that you fix your relationship. No, some relationships are done and the cords need to be cut so that you can move on. But just in case the relationship wasn't done, in terms of, because every time we're in a relationship with somebody, we have a spiritual contract with them also to be in that relationship with them. So then if the spiritual contract wasn't done, when you cut the cord, you will review the relationship. You will not review, this is wrong English. You will reinstall. It's like you clean your phone and then you reinstall stuff, like space runs better, things are running better, So it will be like that only if the contract is not done, and this is not your doing. You are not part of that job. Cut the cord and let this thing go. And if it's good, it will stay and it will be better. It will level up. The whole entire relationship will level up. The whole entire relationship will upgrade. But you shouldn't be doing because you want to upgrade. Oh, let me cut the cord so that I upgrade. That's wrong. That's toxic. Don't do it. Okay, so I don't want to talk about relationships, but it's fun. Apparently, I should. So let's do this. Okay, so Ida says closure is a real scam. I'm glad I've joined. Yay! The blind guy, his wife, and they're alive. Hello. Thank you so much for loving the topic. It was not my idea. Let me just say. I would have talked about other stuff. Also, yeah, guys, Friday we're supposed to talk about stuff that is serious, like money stuff. And then I couldn't tune in on Friday, 6 p.m. So we're going to be talking about that good, amazing stuff this coming Friday. And it's going to be so offensive, guys. Like, so I don't know if I should say tune in or not. Because also myself, when I looked at the topic, I was like, why do I have to talk about these things? But then, we're going to be talking about that on Friday. This Wednesday, we're talking about new moon. New moon is coming. Jesus, thank you. It's not full moon. Yeah, last full moon we almost died. We almost got finished by last full moon. So this new moon, hallelujah. We're talking about that Wednesday. So, boss mom says reprogram. Okay, so Tete says, Busi, I've just dumped my boyfriend yesterday. Oh my goodness, Askis. Now you are telling me I must get proper closure and cut costs before I end it. Does this mean I must take him back? No, girl. Now that it's done, you had the good time to cut the cord. Again, you can cut it. So let's say you got down. Yeah. Now let me talk about stuff I know, and then we'll refer this to the relationship stuff because I don't know about that. So if you got fired, so let's say beginning of lockdown, your company closed down and you were sent home and now you don't have a job, you need to cut the cord with that previous job so that you can get a new one, even when you are out of it. So what I was saying earlier is that it is better to cut the cord while you are in the relationship because you transform the process of letting go. It becomes easier most of the times. If you leave the job before you leave it, you find the new one quicker. If you leave the car before it leaves you, in this case, you find the new one quicker. So if it has happened that the shit has hit the fan and it's fine, like in your case, make sure that you cut the cords now. You don't go back to him. You just cut the cord and then you make sure that you are ready for the new relationship. So in your case, perfect time to cut the cord. Perfect time. Not get back to him. Cut the cord so that you do not find yourself 3-4 months later back with him because I don't know why, or you don't want to find yourself without love because you are still connected to that person spiritually, vibrationally, whichever way you want to say it. We are doing a spiritual talk today. Yeah. You know what? I always want to talk about spiritual things, but it never sounds like I'm speaking about spiritual stuff. And this is so spiritual, you guys don't understand how spiritual this is. I need a whole entire scripture. Why didn't I bring a scripture? Maybe that would have felt a little bit more spiritual. Okay, so somebody says we'll tune in either way. Can't wait for Friday. Okay, so let me read Instagram comments. Hey, Instagram peeps, thank you for joining me. I am scrolling on Instagram. My goodness. Okay, so I'm looking for the questions on Instagram. Hi, guys. I see your highs. There were things I do when I try to scroll on Instagram. Okay, I am gonna try. Okay. Somebody says closure, go to boost. Yeah, guys, if somebody's needing closure from you, send them to me. Aya says, wow, profound. Thank you, Aya, for joining us. Nobody says, I always say this, always let go. Yeah, true story. Let go, give up. Give up. Very, 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 very important for everybody. Giving up is so critical. Zama says level up. Yes, when you get into a really new relationship, you better be leveling up, or you just don't leave the one you are at. What's the point? Guys, it's badala, right? So let's not do that. Okay, so Aya says, I was retrenched as I thought I have closure. They call me back. Yeah, you see, right? When you do get the closure, things come right. Thank you, Aya, for that. That is what you do. They would have probably not called you back if you hadn't let go of that level of trauma. You let go and then they call you back. That is why closure is important. Now I'm talking about something I know in terms of work and business and those kind of stuff. I have done it so many times. Every time I get closure, things come right. So yes, Aya, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay. Kifi says, Sisibusi, you cut cords of specific aspects in the marriage or relationships. No. You don't cut specific aspects. You don't choose. Oh, I just want to cut the part where he doesn't come back home in time, and I'm gonna leave that. No, babes. Everything is a package. You cut the whole entire thing. You say, what is wrong with me that I think that he is like this? Because the other thing is that, especially if you are in a marriage, most of the time, but even if in relationships, the person that you're in a relationship with, you don't just get to be in a relationship with them magically. It doesn't happen like that. You only attract people who need to teach you a lesson. And now you are in a relationship with this person and they're teaching you the lesson. The moment you actually see the lesson is when you ask yourself, why do I get so bothered by him or her doing this? Why does it bother me so much that he's doing this? Because that is the part of him that is exactly like you that you need to heal from you so that it ends. And ending it means many things. It stops happening, he stops doing it, or you get the whole point of why this is happening, and then you get into a better space. Or in terms of a marriage, of course, we always want it to be better. So normally when you cleanse, and that's when I talk about shadow work. When you do mostly, when married people should be doing a lot of shadow work, because in marriage, you are not there. A marriage is a retreat. You are not there to relax, as in you don't try to fix the marriage, but you fix yourself. Because marriage is always going to be that mirror that shows you what's wrong with you, what's wrong with you, what's wrong with you. Like literally, there are happy days and there are days where you need to know what's wrong with you. So you are in a retreat in a marriage. If you are not finding out what's wrong with you, then I don't know. Okay, so Mrs. 21 October, hey baby, says, I ended 2 toxic friendships, but got some reason. I still think about them, but I don't make contact because they were weighing me down. Yes, Nana. Oh, thank you so much, babes, for talking about that. So now it happens, guys. I get this from my clients all the time. Now I'm gonna tell you stuff that I'm like, the stuff that, you know what, I really thank God when the session is over. But you know what? It's my job. I have to deal with such. So other people's, the children's of the Lord, they do crazy things to keep these relationships. So what will normally happen is that this person will be doing extra mutual activities on this relationship. And what they will do is that they will be literally sending you some witchcraft stuff, and you would have said, oh no, I've dumped you. And then 3 weeks later, you are back, because the whole entire time they are doing stuff and calling your name, and you just can't find peace. You're just like, I know I should have left them. So this could be a relationship or a friendship or anything. I know I should have left. I know leaving them was a good decision. But why is that I can't sleep at night? I keep thinking about them the whole entire time. Other children, like I say, they are calling your name, and you will come running, and they'll be like, oh, so you're back. Wow. Okay, where did you think you were going? So Miss October sometimes, and they don't have to even have any black magic stuff, just their hearts. When you are still connected with them, they can call you back. That is what we call manifestation. It happens for good and the bad. So I'm like the manifestation queen, and I know that because I have manifested horrible things in my life just because I thought of them. And so you really want to cut those cords with those people, because the fact that you were in a intimate relationship with them, they are still thinking about the fact that she got away, we still want some of her. And then you can hear it, feel it, sense it, and because you haven't cut the cord, you haven't protected yourself from this, you find yourself back there. You can't sleep better. You can't mind your business. You still want to go back there. And there are other reasons why you still find yourself wanting to go back. And some of the time is that, and especially in terms of girlfriends relationship, you find that these people were feeding some dark part of you, which is maybe like gossiping, which is maybe like competition, which is maybe like just like being nasty to other people, because we all have that dark part of it. Now that this is no longer in your life, you are missing, because everything in our lives needs to be fed. You are missing to feed that thing, and then they are there like saying, "Hey, we are here." It's not like the devil, like, "Get out of my house." But the devil's like, "I'm gonna come back because you're gonna need me tomorrow." You know, I'm the one who switch on your TV all the time, though. So who's gonna switch on your TV, like type of thing. So there are other reasons, but I'm saying when you cut the cords, things like that, you minus a lot that could go wrong. Now, the relationship, the friendship thing, I've seen that, so I can talk about that. So Dumi says, "Hey, Busi, if you are me right now and want to cut the cord from the job, what would you say? What are the ways?" Okay, so Dumi, I'm gonna do that just now. Or rather, what does one cut the cord? Okay, we're gonna talk about that just now. Bumi says, "How do you cut the cords with the business that you are trying to build, but somehow it doesn't seem to work out?" Okay, we're going to talk about that just now. Zama says, "This is deep. Heal from you." That's what marriage is for. I tell you, if you are no longer fixing what's wrong with you in a marriage, you have outgrown that marriage. And you're just dealing with crappy stuff. No. Okay. Onika says, "Your sense of humor was..." Oh, I got it from my dad, apparently. Yeah, my dad was there. Jeez. Bonnie says, so I should spiritually let go of my beloved car before even find. Yeah, it works. I did that. Now that is something I did. I know that works like magic. And it is magic, apparently. Somebody says, "I've been having hectic situations at work that I was ready to leave. I was feeling like whenever it happens, I'm fine with it. Then a better job opportunity came my way, so I really needed this session." Yes, girl. You see, I told you this thing works. I told you these things you guys been doing. You just never knew that you were doing them. It works. I promise you, it works. Okay. Can one cut the cord with debt? Of course, girl, please. Thank you so much for raising that point. Can one cut the cord with debt? Yes, you need that. I mean, for debt, you definitely need to cut the cord. So we're going to talk about that just now. This goes back to the saying that sometimes the weight you need to lose is not your body. Yeah, true story. True story. Okay. So, I hope you guys have made sure that you've clicked on everything you need to click on. Let's continue. Oh, time, my goodness. Oh, I've been talking for a whole hour. Okay, so now make sure you're clicking everything you need to click. Subscribe, like, whatever you need to click on. Share. Yes, share. Share is very important, you guys. Please click on the share button for other children. You are doing the work of the Lord. The Lord rewards those who do work for them, like me. Okay, so now cutting the cord. One of the things you need to know about cutting the cord is that. So, the Bible says that when we use our words, we create, right? So if you use your words, I mean, when you get married, okay, let's talk about this because this is easy. When you get married, the only point where you actually get married to the person is when you say, "I do." It is you, your own mouth, your own spirit and energy saying, "I do." If you were not able to say, "I do," it wasn't going to work. If you were not able to speak, you would have to write it down. I do. So when you are in a relationship, it is because you used your words to say, "Yes, I want this." But apparently relationships lately, people just enter them and leave them like there's no yes, there's no no. I don't know how you guys doing it like this 2000s people. I don't know. Like me in my time, you know what? My first relationship, this amazing guy, like, wow, he proposed me for a whole entire year, one full year. Proposing me, just I haven't said yes to anything. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So, and I had to say yes at some point, and then that it was written in the book of life. But again, I mean, these relationships of today, I don't know how you guys doing it, but apparently you probably don't have any quotes. Because like apparently these relationships they go and they come, they go and they come. Okay, so In terms of work, you have to sign a contract saying yes. In terms of a car, even if you're buying it cash, you have to sign a contract saying yes. In terms of anything else in life, you have to say the word and you have to sort of sign, put your signature there. Other than these relationships with you guys, still they deal with intimacy, like uh, I'm reading the comments. So I'm at 2000, okay, from 2000, apparently they don't have no contracts in place. Like everything just goes like they seal the deal wrongly. Like, yeah, apparently. I mean, again, intimacy counts as a sign. So you be signing like okay, so you have to have the will, the power to say, I am in this. It's a job, it's a business, it's a anything, relationship or whatever. The one that you actually say, I want to be in a relationship with you, and the other person is like, okay, fine, we're now in a relationship. Other than this, other stuff that happens that you end up sleeping with the person. If you're sleeping with the person and you haven't said yes, you have said when you sleep with them, unfortunately. Even if you didn't want, I don't know why you would sleep with them before you saying yes, maybe, I don't know. So now, when you cutting the cord, you are reversing that yes or that no. So the important thing is that you understand the spirituality of what you're getting yourself into every time you get yourself into something, so that you can be able to reverse this thing when you want to reverse it. So when I'm doing spiritual work, where we're doing money spells and manifestation work, people who are in the goddess program know this. We do amazing, great, top of the range money spells. You need to know what you've done, so that when you need to edit some few things, you can go and edit. Normally, I mean, we don't do anything dark, so we don't have to change the spell, because I mean, who wants to change money? Oh, money, don't come to me anymore. No, we don't do that, because I mean, it's all good. But let's just say you had asked for 50,000, but then now you're like, no, actually I want 100,000. Then you can go and edit, because you know what you've done. Okay, so it's important. Number one, I'm just saying, when you are getting into a relationship, know what you're doing. Don't just get in because the person looks nice and you're having drinks and then you are in the relationship. Jesus, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Nobody does that to a job or anything serious in life. So relationships are also serious. And relationships, unfortunately, guys, they are the most serious thing under the sun. I don't know why. They are the ones that are played so wrong all the time. But yeah. So that is why you find, like, I'm a spiritual healer. So normally, let me not say normally, I cannot even date like much, because my energy is so... I have to cleanse myself when I go to the mall, come back from the mall, because I've met people that I should have been meeting in the corridors of the mall. I have to come back home and cleanse. Like last week, I went to a club. My friend was the host, and we were having free champagne. I was like, thank you, Jesus, for the free champagne. I came back home at 11 and I had to cleanse myself because I couldn't sleep. My whole energy, I was still talking to people's guys that were at the groove. I had to cleanse myself. So you see now, me sleeping with somebody that is not aligned to my calling is just gonna be wrong, because remember, I'm gonna be in a group of 50 people that I don't know, and the person that I have to sleep with must be set up correctly, because it's too much spirituality, that thing. It's too much spirituality. So literally, there's a lady who came to me and was like, I feel like my guys have totally cock blocked me. That's what she said. And I mean, like, seriously, I was like, how did you get there? She's like, yeah, no, it's bad. But it is just because of how strong that yes. It's not like the one you sign on a contract. It's a bigger yes. So once you have attached the cord, in any case, like I've talked about a lot of stuff that I shouldn't be even talking about right now, of attaching yourself to something, you then need to detach so that you can put in the new plug, because you want a new car, you want a new job, you want a new business. So you need to put in the new plug. So how you do that is literally through your words, your emotions, and your spiritual environment. So I have set up a 7-day course that I teach you exactly what you need to say, what kind of a relationship. Like I said, if you have a mom-daughter relationship, you don't want to be cutting that cord, you want to be repairing it. But I am literally giving you the words that you need to say so that you can go into all the realms. Like I said, you need to do it in a spiritual way, you need to do it in an emotional way, and then you need to do it for your environment. And when I say environment, I mean like your physical environment should know that this is over. So your room should know that this is over, because the person, when they come into your room, their energy leaves there. You could be like, I don't know if this happens to you, like you feel the energy of people that you live with in your house even when they are not there. So even your environment, you need to cleanse it. Like you need some, you know what, I don't even want to say the stuff we use for these things, but you need to cleanse that person's energy. In an office, when you move into a new office, you need to cleanse this person's energy that the person was there. If you're moving into a new house, you need to cleanse the energy of that person that was there, you know, because the environment counts, the emotions count, and the spirituality counts. So there's a whole 7-day course. The first 3 days in the course, you literally are cutting cords. And then the other probably 2 days, you are talking to your angels, because after cutting the cord, you need protection. So you need to talk to your angels. You need to know which angels you need to set up for this protection. So it could be in a business way. You want angels that are going to go and get you the new business. It could be in a work space. You want angels that are going to go and negotiate for you, because you don't have to negotiate for yourself. Let your angels go and negotiate for you. You have a specific angel. Everybody that is born, they get their own specific angel that is supposed to negotiate for you everything and everything under the sun. Even the relationship, you have an angel that is supposed to go and make sure that the other way is done. So your angels, you need to be able to talk to them and tell them, now I've cut the cord, now go and do this. And then the last part, which I think is the most important part, which is I think about 2 days, it is shadow work. Shadow work, if you don't do shadow work, you're going to lose out on a lot of stuff in life, because shadow work shows you the things in your life that you have inside of you, in your heart, that are not good, that you don't know about. And it's so difficult to know about. It's like the person that is toxic and they don't know that they are toxic. Now, all of us are toxic to some level. Nobody is clean. All of us, you could be toxic to your kids, you're toxic to your husband, you're toxic to your wife, you're toxic to your mother, you're toxic to your sisters and brothers, and you actually think people by sugel, oh no, oh no, hey, you are toxic, but you don't see it. So when you're doing shadow work, you find your toxicity. Ooh, English. And when you cleanse that, you open doors for you. You open doors, you are actually literally changing a level of vibration, which means that you do not connect with other toxic people in that toxic manner. Like if there's level 1 toxic, you're out of that. You have at least you are with better toxic people if there's such a thing. Okay, so please make sure that you ask for this course from my PA. It's pa@busiseleshow.com. pa@busiseleshow.com. I'm gonna put the phone number. And when you take this course, make sure that you're fasting while you're doing this, because you're going to also learn how to cleanse yourself. You're going to learn how to use physical things to cleanse yourself, how to use your emotions to cleanse yourself, and how to spiritually cleanse yourself. While you're doing the course, do not be attaching to other things like sex and other stuff, unless you are this person is person that you are spiritually now in accord with them, in terms of you said yes, like really yes, not the other yeses that are not yeses that I don't know what they are. So make sure that you understand first when you are to attach yourself what you're doing, so that you can be able to untouch it quickly. Now, if you have found yourself attached to other things, it could be because you haven't done enough shadow work, that you see your own shadows, the things that are wrong with your life that you need to fix, so that you detach from these situations and people and things and misfortunes. Okay, most of the times really we go through too much in life, but we we do not work on ourselves enough for us to not go through these things. So it's a cycle that keeps happening, keeps happening. Let me see. Somebody was asking something that I wanted to answer quickly. Oh, debt. Yes, that's the debt one. So, debt, I wanted really to talk about the debt thing. So, debt, you actually attach yourself to debt. And I'll tell you a simple story. I was in debt for so long because the debt was justifying something in me that said, I am not good enough. And I wasn't good enough because I was black, I didn't go to the right school, so many reasons why I wasn't good enough in my head. And of course, this is reasons that we have been taught in the whole entire South Africa, apartheid, It's things that happened to us that we didn't ask for. They taught us these things. Now, when we are taught these things, the only thing that we can do is unlearn them, but then most of the time we don't get the chance because nobody knows that we need to unlearn them. So then there's a code that is connecting to lack. So when you have debt, you have a code connected to lack because you really want to remove that code from lack and put it in abundance. Now, when did you say yes to lack? You said yes to lack when you were small. Lack we were taught when we were small. Most of us, and 99.9% is we were taught lack between the ages of 3 and 7. That's when we were taught you must work for your money, you must find a job, this is how life works. And then we said yes, because when you're in that age, everything that you are told is a yes. Yes. That's why you should be very careful what you do with your children between the ages of 3 and 7. So everything that we said yes to at 3 and 7, we are attached to. Now that we are old, we need to go and say, okay, fine, sorry, I said yes to date, but actually that's not what I want. I wasn't sure what I was saying yes to. It's like you saying I do in a wedding and you're not sure what you're saying, you're doing it anyway, you are saying I do. They will be like, oh, you didn't know. You were saying it's like you sign a contract and you haven't read the contract. Nobody's gonna say, oh, sorry, by the way, you said here you are agreeing, but you didn't read the contract. Nobody cares. You've signed. So we should make sure what we're making our children sign between the ages of 3 and 7, because everything there is a yes. Everything when you're between 3 and 7. So between 3 and 7, what I heard also was that if you don't have debt, you are not appeal. So guess what? Now I thought debt is amazing. And then I was connected to lack. So that's why I wanted to talk about the debt thing. You need to literally do a whole entire session by yourself. If you have to do it in your bathroom, do it there. If you have to do it in your garage, do it there, and cut the code with debt. And hence I'm saying in that course, you have the whole entire thing laid out there. How you cut codes with situations, how you cut code with even habits. There are people that I've seen them cut codes with alcohol. Pure alcohol, and they stopped it because they've cut the code. And there was a code that said at 7 years, your father was drinking so much and he was telling you this is amazing. And then you attached. All right, let me read more of this. Okay. So the blind guy, his wife in their life, says, I recently had a job offer from one place and I applied for a job elsewhere, but I don't think I ever cut the code and closed off from my entrepreneurial self. Perhaps that's why. True. Please do the work. You cannot be having a business and having a job at the same time. It doesn't work like that. You must have one. You must choose one. So when you cut the code, you are actually giving your attention to the one you want. So you have to decide which one you want so that you can get that one and cut the code with the one you don't want. Because you will just see things just not going well because wow. Okay, Topa says, how do you cleanse yourself? Okay, so Topa, that's what I was saying, that it's a long story, but I've set it out, all of it nicely in that course. Ask Sihle for it. It is a life-changing course. I did that course, guys, when we were going through the 21 portal in December. December was the time where all of us were flying up there and we're doing all the amazing things there in the galaxies. And that is where I got the course. This is mind-blowing. Hence I say, when you do it, please fast, because you're going to learn about cleansing. You're going to learn about talking to your angels, which is so important. You're going to learn about shadow work critically. And then you're going to learn about cutting the codes. All in one course in 7 days. Please fast and just give yourself that retreat. Okay. What do you use to cleanse after being in a group of people? So for just making sure that I get out of the energy, I have to use seawater or salt water or have a salt bath. Okay, so it must have salt. And then yeah, normally that's the one thing that it must have salt. It must be water and salt. Then that release the energy from, just like when I had gone to the club, I had to come back and put myself in that bath and cleanse myself from the energy of the people, because literally I could just keep hearing everything, like it was keep going on and on and on, and there was no way I was gonna sleep. So I mean, it's a good thing when I'm in a session with a client, because I hear everything that their guys are saying. But then when I'm in a club, people I don't want to know, I can't go home and still think about them. Portia, sorry you missed some of the stuff, but do not worry, there is a recording on YouTube, on Instagram, you know. Carabello says, what is the name of the course? Oh, it's called Align Into You. I'm so sorry, guys, I never said the name of the course. It's called Align Into You. But if you just say, I need a course to cut the cords, they will know. But it's called Align Into You. You are aligning with your higher self by cleansing all the rubbish in your life. That's not the name of the course. The course is called Align Into You. Okay. So what did I jump here? I've been saying to myself all day, oh, I need to do shadow work. Wow, yay. Shadow work is the top notch of spiritual growth, physical growth. Guys, the day I found shadow work, I was a mess before then. Now, literally, I know what's wrong with me. Even when I haven't fixed it, I know at least. And knowing 70%, awareness is 70% healing. I always say this, awareness is 70% healing. When you know why you do the things you do, even if it's finishing a bottle of wine every night, if you know why, you are better off, because you are going to get out of that place quick. That is what shadow work does. You need it. Like, if you don't want to cut cords, just do shadow work. The cords will by themselves. What kind of fast? Water fast. But then, guys, I mean, life happens. You can just eat like only fruits and veg during the fast, but water fast. And if you're doing it for this purpose, you will not even be hungry. And you will be cleansing, you'll be restoring, you'll be resetting your whole entire system, because, yay, we need that. Terry says, which course is this? It's not the goddess program. This one is called Align Into You. Align Into You. Oh, thank you so much, Sipogas. Sipogas knows the course. Align Into You. Okay, Terry got that. Katlego says, how do I cut the cord with sleep? You sleep too much, Katlego. You're not sleeping too much. I know that thing is procrastination and anxiety. Most of the time, if you have procrastination and anxiety, you sleep like a lot, and it's not healthy also. So you need to cut the cord with that stuff that's causing you the anxiety. And most of the time, it's like childhood trauma that causes you anxiety when you're older, and there's no reason to be anxious, but you are anxious. It's because you are running that 3-year, 4-year-old, 7-year-old I've been seeing this kind of flames myself now, healing a lot of anxiety that I had gotten from my father and his drinking, because he did that a lot. So now I had to heal that and the anxiety and the sleeping, Jesus. But then, it helps when you know what's wrong. Okay, Sipogazi, thank you so much. Sipogazi is saying, Guti, everything is in that. Align it to your course. Thank you so much, Sipogazi. Tuli says, Busi, kindly briefly explain the 1-year healers course. Wow, Tuli, you want me to explain that course? Tuli, why are you doing this to me? So, guys, and Tuli, there's a healers course. So, one of the things that I do, I initiate healers. I help healers step into that healing mode. Now, the funniest thing, all this happened. I mean, I have initiated sangomas that I have no idea how to be sangoma myself. I've never gone through that, but I've initiated that in people. Mostly it's healers that in this new age where we need to level up as healers. Being a sangoma is great, but we can be more than that. So that is what I'm sent to. I'm sent for the people who don't even have to go by twasa, who don't have to go by anything. They just have to step into their healing mode and start healing the next day. So that 1 year, it's not 1 year. Other people it's 2 days. Well, not 2 days, 2 months. Other people is 3-4 months. Other people is 6 months. Other people is 1 year. But what we actually do there is we heal the healer from all the things that is holding back the healer from being a healer. And it's not because I got twice. It's not that. Okay. Because I've had people who I go twice 4 times and they came to the healers journey and they got it right. And today they are full-blown healers daily. And we had me Zoom meetings only. That's I mean, maybe but was over Zoom. Yeah. Well, let's say but was over Zoom. Let's say that. How many days water fast? So the first 3 days is definitely good for you. If you can keep it for more than that, it's great. But then you can add juice and fruits and vegetables. Other than that, whatever suits your spirit, but try to limit what eating. You could just eat 1 meal a day because we need you also during that course. You're gonna dream dreams that are going to show you what you are doing in the spiritual realm, and other people find out who is wronging them. How is this person they are trying to cut the cord, even holding on to like making this thing continue to happen? What is wrong? What should they fix? How to get the new job? Where to get the new job? Which door they should knock? So we need you to eat less because I mean, you're cutting a cord with a job, you must know where the next one is, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, Sisi says, Busi, if I sign up for the cut coaching course, do I still need to sign up for the shadow work course? Yeah, no, it's one thing, babes. It's one thing. You get the cutting cord, you get the shadow work, you get the angels, and what else? Something else. You get something else also. Oh, no, you get everything in that one. Because that course ngiyakutshela Kelly, uyekudeni. Hayibo, what happened to my thing? Oh, no, it's done. Okay, so there's another comment. How do you find out that you are a healer? And also, what does it mean when you say a person onali moya? Why are we talking about healers now? Okay, fine. Let's talk about healers. First, we're talking about relationships that I didn't want to talk about. Now we talk about healers, but healers is okay. We can talk about healers. How do you figure out that you're a healer? Because, okay, easy thing is that you always find yourself helping people. Most of the time, you'll find helping people and people go on and have amazing lives and have money and da. But you normally just still like, wow, I can't believe I just helped you become that amazing person. And they come back and they tell people, you know what, you should call this person, she's gonna help you. And then you're just like, I don't understand. But you could just get, you're in a taxi, somebody just start telling you their problems. You're in a queue somewhere at the bank, people just start telling you their problems. They look at you and they just see like, oh my God, I need to tell this person all my problems. Normally that's how you know. Other than that, you dream. But then sometimes that doesn't happen to other people because you haven't cleansed your energy enough for you to actually remember the dream, because you do dream, but then when you haven't cleansed yourself enough, you don't remember the dream. So sometimes you dream all sorts of things. That means that, like being in the ocean and all sorts of other things that you can dream. Okay, there's other ways, like you come to me for a session. If you're a healer, I tell you before we start. Because literally when a healer comes through, the greeting is different. When a normal human being that is amazing comes through, I know. But when a healer says hello to me, I know, like, yay, you are one of us, you are in the groups. So but again, the cleansing is so important. Even when you go, guys, to consult with anybody, cleanse yourself, because when you cleanse yourself, you get there and you actually get the right information. When you go without cleansing yourself, get salt water, put some salt in a bath and cleanse yourself, and then go. Like, don't have sex before the day, and just like cleanse yourself, because you want to get there and get the right information. You don't want to get there and the person starts seeing your drama instead of giving you help. Now that is important information that I'm giving to you right now. Okay, so when they say person onali moya, it means that the person has a spiritual gift, like they can see these things in the spirit. Just like I'm saying, when I get to a club, I start doing cleansings for people. without them paying. That's why I don't do clubbing no more unless I'm invited to free champagne, which I normally cannot drink more than 2 glasses anymore. Like 1 glass is gonna kill me. Literally, I can't, which is not nice. But anyway, it's great because, well, I don't want to come back and do all the cleansing afterwards. Why am I complaining about my life right now? Bonnie says, when in the goddess program, do I still need to do the cut and cut? Yeah, girl. Yep, you do. The goddess program is literally leveling you up. That cord cutting thing, you need it for the purposes of leaving things behind. Okay, so Sifukazi says, I dream of the ocean sometimes. What does that mean? Okay, it means you are in the groups. Thank you. Thank you so much for the answers. Thank you so much. I can't see who this is. Facebook doesn't want to tell me. Okay, let me go to Instagram. Guys, it's 7 bars. Oh, I can't believe this. We are way above time. Oh, yeah. Mara, Mondays, why do Mondays take so long, guys? Mondays, we never finish. Yay. We never finish. I'm trying to look at the Instagram questions. Promise says, how do you cleanse yourself? I usually feel heavy and annoyed after going to a crowd. Babes, like, yeah, you know that you are very special human when that happens. Yeah, and I mean that comes with the job. Now you have to literally. So another thing is that normally when I come back to my house, which it works, like a little bit. Take off your shoes when you enter the door. Leave them, like, don't walk into the house with your shoes, because the shoes take a lot out of the outside environment. So especially when you have a small baby will know when you have been in touch with wrong stuff. That is just one of the simple things also you could do easily to just let that energy stay there. Like normally when you had a bad day at work, try that when you enter your house, go and wash your hands or something. Like just have that thought of I am letting that work stress out of me. There's this lady who does this meditations, like none of my business. I don't want to say these things because YouTube is gonna censor me and kick me out. So now that work is at home, you want to end your work sessions with a husa. Like breathing exercises help a lot with clearing your energy. Just like when you go to bed, if you on a daily basis, just make sure when you go to bed, take deep 30 cleansing breaths. You would have done a lot. Those are some of the things. Like now, if you're working from home, every time when I finish my work, because I work from home, I have to cleanse my energy with breathe, with other things. But normally breathing is getting great, or just lighting incense and doing a prayer to cleanse myself, because I've been in touch with a lot of spirit stuff, of course, connecting for my clients. So yeah. Promise says great stuff. Oh yeah, it most okay. Promise says great, thanks. I have colorful bath salts. I feel better after that. Yo, babes, this stuff works. Salt is your best friend. I just used without spiritual aware, but thanks, now I know. Yeah, babes, salt works amazing for cleansing anything. Like there was a person in your house that you don't trust. When they come out, take your salt and be like, whatever and whatever, I must go with them right now. I tell you, salt is the most amazing thing that God gave us. That's why all that water in the ocean is got salt. Chloe says, I need this. Yes, please. Get Sihle to give you that course. Promise says, I need you, Sespus, in my life. Can you please be my mentor? Yeah, when I promise, send WhatsApp, send DM, definitely DM on Instagram. Sama says, cleansing yourself from childhood trauma. True, babes, true. We need to do that. Oh my goodness, the child trauma we have, guys, as Black people, damn, sure. Kanye says, "You are amazing, Businyabonga. Thank you so much." How much is the cost? The cost is 400 rand. It's so cheap. It's like the cheapest course I have. Like, it's got the most work, but it's the cheapest. 400 rand just only. I don't know how that happened. The Lord must have done that. Okay. So let me see the other comments. Guys, we need to finish this meeting. Like, wow. Hey, Tari says, "Wow, okay, so now I don't know which course to take." Hi man, they all sound amazing. Tari says, "Yes, Tari, the courses are cheap, man. Please just take all of them because they are so cheap. I don't know why my courses are so cheap. I don't know why my courses are so cheap." Okay. Somebody says, "You love us, we love you too." You're helping us to do the work. I'm so glad, if that's why I wake up every morning. Probably I wouldn't wake up if you guys weren't here. So thank you so much for always tuning in. Thank you so much. Let's finish Monday session. Monday sessions are always long. God help us with Monday sessions. So somebody says, "Me too, I'm confused which one to take." I man, drama. So this is take all there with it. Yeah, no, like you just go like module 1, course number 1. Yeah, Kanya says definitely going to join the course. Yeah, so make sure, guys, you contact my PA. It's PA at, let me just type it here for the guys that are here. Typing it, busiselesho.com, and you can send a DM. Or you can send a WhatsApp on 061 221 5867. Hi, man. What did I do now? Okay. 061 221 5867. That's the WhatsApp line. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you 1,000 times for joining in. And then make sure Wednesday you're streaming at 6 p.m. We're talking about the energy of the new moon, guys. We're gonna be doing manifestation work. I'm just telling you. Don't say I never told you. Thank you so much, Kanya, for writing the number for me there, because Instagram is out of me typing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Be blessed. Now, make sure Wednesday we're talking about new moon. We're talking about manifestation. We wanna get onto that stuff. Very, very important things to do. I'm gonna be teaching you guys like totally amazing things on like getting a group, the right group to manifest with. And if you've got a partner that you wanna manifest with, I'm gonna teach you some few things there. Tune in Wednesday. It's not gonna be a long session, I promise. I hope so. Okay, so the blind guy and his wife and their life. The weekend is so long that we are waiting for Monday to chat again. No wonder Monday sessions are so long. Okay. So we are having our Money Talk Friday. Because we need to have that Money Talk Friday. Yes, we're having it then. Other than that, thank you guys. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely Monday night. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and good night. Bye-bye.